Hey guys, welcome to the latest session on important MCQs from medieval Indian history. This is part 11. We have around 60 questions in this video lecture. So without further delay, let's check each question one by one. The first question for today: the Bhakti saint who propagated monotheism and emphasized the equality of all castes was. So the correct answer is Kabir. So Kabir was a 15th century Bhakti saint and a poet who rejected both Hindu ritualism and Islamic orthodoxy. His dohas expressed spiritual truths in simple language and were critical of religious hypocrisy. He believed in the omnipresence of God and focused on personal devotion. So Kabir's teachings appealed to the marginalized and remain influential in various religious traditions, including the Kabir Panth, Sikhism and Nirguna Bhakti movements. The next question: the capital of the Kakatiya dynasty was. The correct answer is Warangal. So the Kakatiya dynasty, which ruled from 12th to 14th centuries, had its capital at Warangal, present day in Telangana. Under rulers like Rudrama Devi and Pratap Rudra, Warangal emerged as a center of Telugu culture, architecture and trade. This city is known for Warangal Fort, which has impressive gateways and a temple built in the Kakatiya style. The dynasty played a key role in the resisting northern invasions and maintaining religious autonomy before being annexed by the Delhi Sultanate. The next question: who among the following Mughal emperors introduced the Mansabdari system? The correct answer is Akbar. So this Mansabdari system was introduced by Akbar as part of his military and administrative reforms. It ranked officials as Mansabdars based on their Jat, means personal rank, and Sawar, which means the number of cavalry they had to maintain. This system integrated civil and military administration, prevented the feudal fragmentation and ensured the loyalty to the emperor. It replaced the Jagirdari system's arbitrary nature and brought centralization and efficiency to the Mughal bureaucracy, forming the backbone of the imperial structure. So the question number 260. The city of Ahmedabad was founded by which ruler? The correct answer is Ahmad Shah Diwan. Ahmedabad, a major city of Gujarat, it was founded in 1411 by Ahmad Shah I, who was the ruler of Muzaffarid Sultanate. It was strategically located on the banks of the Sabarmati river and soon became a center of trade, culture and Islamic architecture. So Ahmad Shah's contribution included like mosques, fortifications and civil infrastructure. The next question: which Mughal emperor is known for composing Persian poetry under the pen name Kalim? The correct answer is Dara Shikoh. So Dara Shikoh, the eldest son of Shah Jahan, was a Mughal prince known for his deep interest in mysticism, Persian poetry and comparative religion. Writing under the pen name Kalim, he translated several Sanskrit texts into Persian language, including the Upanishads. So this act of converting the several Sanskrit texts into Persian, bridging the gap between Hindu and Islamic philosophies. He advocated religious syncretism and supported Sufi principles. The next question: the Battle of Talikota 1565 led to the decline of which empire? The correct answer is Vijayanagara Empire. So the Battle of Talikota, which was fought in 1565 between Vijayanagara Empire and the combined forces of Deccan Sultanate, Bijapur, Golconda, Ahmednagar and Bidar. The Vijayanagara forces under Aliya Ramaraya suffered a devastating defeat. Ramaraya was killed in the battle and the victorious Sultanates plundered and destroyed the capital Hampi. This marked the beginning of the decline of once powerful Vijayanagara Empire. The next question, the term Ikta under the Delhi Sultanate referred to. The correct answer is a land revenue assignment. The Ikta system was a key administrative feature of Delhi Sultanate where the lands Iktas were assigned to the nobles, officers or soldiers in lieu of their salaries. The assignees called Iqtidars collected the revenue and maintained troops for the Sultan. Although they did not own the land, they had control over its income. Initially a Persian practice, it was adopted by the Turkish rulers in India, especially under Iltutmish and later Alauddin Khilji. The next question, Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikhism, lived during the reign of which Delhi Sultan? The correct answer is Sikandar Lodi. So Guru Nanak during his life between 1469 to 1539, the founder of Sikhism, lived during the Lodi dynasty, particularly under the Sikandar Lodi. So Guru Nanak's teachings emphasized equality, devotion and social justice. He had rejected the ritualism and caste discrimination and also religious divisions. His spiritual messages and travels reached far and wide, laying the foundation for the Sikh faith. Though Sikandar Lodi was a patron of scholars and built cities, he also enacted religious persecution, including the destruction of the Hindu temples. The next question, which Rajput clan ruled over Mewar and fiercely resisted Mughal expansions? The correct answer is Sisodias. The Sisodias of Mewar, especially under Rana Sanga and later Maharana Pratap, became iconic for their resistance against Mughal authority. Particularly, Rana Sanga confronted the Babur's army at the Battle of Khanwa, while Maharana Pratap famously defied Akbar during the Battle of Haldighati. Though Mewar suffered a military defeats, it retained its independence longer than most Rajput states. The Sisodias emphasized honor, self-respect and valor, becoming the symbols of Rajput identity and pride. The next question, who introduced Dhag and Chehra systems in the Mughal army? The correct answer is Akbar. So Akbar, to curb corruptions and ensure transparency in the Mansabdari system, had introduced the Dhag, which means branding of horses, and Chehra, which means descriptive roles of soldiers. These reforms prevented false mustering and ghost soldiers, ensuring that the Mansabdars actually maintained the required cavalry. Horses were branded with the imperial marks and detailed records of the soldiers were kept. This strengthened the Mughal military and enhanced efficiency and also enabled Akbar to maintain a large, loyal and well-organized army across his vast empire. The next question, which medieval Indian city was famous for its shipbuilding industry and trade with Arabs and Europeans? The correct answer is Surat. So Surat, located on the west coast of India, emerged as a prominent port city during the Mughal period. Particularly under Akbar and Jahangir, it became famous for shipbuilding, textile exports and international trade with Arabs, Persians, Portuguese and later the British and Dutch. The city was dubbed as the gateway to Makkah, as the pilgrims embarked from here to perform Hajj. The English East India Company set up its first factory in Surat in 1613. Despite later decline due to Bombay's rise, Surat played a key role in Indo-European trade during the 16th and 17th centuries. The next question, who was the founder of the Chalukya dynasty of Badami? The correct answer is Pulakesin I. The Chalukya dynasty of Badami, also known as Vatapi, was founded by Pulakesin I in the 6th century. However, it was his grandson Pulakesin II who expanded the empire significantly and is considered as one of the greatest rulers of early medieval India. The Chalukyas controlled large parts of the Deccan and engaged in conflicts with the Pallavas in the south and Harshavardhana in the north. Their capital Badami became a hub for rock-cut architecture, temple construction and Sanskrit Kannada literary development. The next question, the Mughal emperor who prohibited sati and legalized widow remarriage was? Correct answer is Akbar. So Akbar, known for his progressive and humanitarian reforms, discouraged sati, which means widow immolation, and promoted widow marriages. Although it was later never made a compulsory ritual, his policies aimed at social justice and religious tolerance, and he took special interest in improving the status of women in the society. Akbar banned forced sati and penalized officials who allowed it. He also supported inter-religious dialogue through his court institution known as Ibadat Khana. These reforms reflected his broader vision of Sulhi-Kul, which means universal peace, promoting harmony across religious and social groups. The next question, who among the following was the founder of the Mughal painting school? The correct answer is Akbar. Though Humayun brought the Persian artists to India, it was Akbar who truly institutionalized and expanded the Mughal school of painting. He established an imperial atelier, employed hundreds of painters and encouraged the fusion of Persian, Indian and Central Asian styles. Artists like Abdul Samad and Mir Sayyid Ali, along with Indian painters, illustrated epics such as the Akbarnama and Hamzanama. Under Akbar, painting flourished as an important aspect of the court culture and documentation, influencing visual traditions across the Indian subcontinent. The next question, who was the first ruler of the Vijayanagara Empire? The correct answer is Harihara I. The Vijayanagara Empire was established in 1336 by Harihara I and his brother Bukkaraya I. They actually were originally governors under the Kakatiya dynasty. After the fall of the Kakatiyas and the weakening of the Hoysalas, the two brothers, guided by the sage Vidyaranya, founded the empire Hampi on the banks of the Tungabhadra river. Harihara I took the title Hinduraya Suratnana, means Sultan among Hindu kings, and laid the foundation for one of the most powerful Hindu empires in South India. This was later reached its zenith under Krishnadevaraya. The next question, Malik Kafur was a general under which Delhi Sultan? The correct answer is Alauddin Khilji. So Malik Kafur was a prominent general and trusted confidant of Alauddin Khilji, the second ruler of Khilji dynasty. Originally a captured slave, Malik Kafur rose to high ranks due to his loyalty and military acumen. He led expeditions successfully to Deccan, defeating the Yadavas of Devagiri, Kakatiyas of Warangal, Hoysalas and Pandyas of Madurai, thereby extending the Delhi Sultanate's influence to the deep south. His campaigns brought immense wealth and he even returned with the famous Kohinoor diamond. The next question, who built the Gol Gumbaz, the mausoleum with the second largest dome in the world? The correct answer is Muhammad Adil Shah. The Gol Gumbaz, located in Bijapur, present-day Karnataka, is the tomb of Muhammad Adil Shah, ruler of the Bijapur Sultanate. It was built in 17th century. It is renowned for its massive dome, which is the second largest in the world, unsupported by the pillars. The first one is St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. The architecture displays a blend of Indo-Islamic and Deccan styles. It's a whispering gallery where even a whisper echoes multiple times. It is a remarkable feature of this dome. The structure reflects the grandeur of Adil Shahi dynasty, a major force in the Deccan before being annexed by the Mughals. The next question, the Bhakti saint Ramananda is regarded as the spiritual guru of which other saint? The correct answer is Kabir. So Ramananda was a 14th century Bhakti saint who played a crucial role in spreading devotional ideas in North India. He emphasized personal devotion to Rama and rejected caste restrictions in the religious practices. Kabir, one of the most prominent Bhakti poets, known for his mystical and egalitarian verses, he is traditionally regarded as Ramananda's disciple, although historical accuracy is debated. Ramananda's broad-mindedness allowed people from all castes, including Muslims, to become his disciples, making him a pioneer in the promoting social equality and religious harmony through devotion. The next question, the founder of the Sayyidi dynasty in the Delhi Sultanate was? The correct answer is Khizr Khan. After the fall of Tughlaq dynasty, Khizr Khan, the governor of Multan under Taimur, established this Sayyid dynasty in 1414. Though he did not take the title of Sultan, he ruled Delhi as Taimur's vassal and adopted the title Raiti-e-Ala, which means vassal of the exalted. The Sayyids ruled a declining and fragmented Delhi Sultanate for nearly 37 years. He was succeeded by the Lodi dynasty. Khizr Khan's reign marked the beginning of the last but one dynasty of Sultanate before the Mughals. So after them, the Lodi dynasty came and it was demolished. Then the Mughal Empire came into existence. The famous Battle of Kanwa in 1527 was fought between. Answer is Babur and Ranasanga. The Battle of Kanwa, which was fought in 1527 between Babur and Babur, who was the founder of Mughal Empire, and the Ranasanga of Mewar. He was a leading Rajput king during that time. Following his victory over Ibrahim Lodi at Panipat in 1526, Babur faced the United Rajput Confederacy led by Ranasanga. Despite being outnumbered, Babur used superior artillery and tactics, including trench warfare and the Tulughamat strategy. The victory was crucial in establishing Mughal authority in North India and breaking the back of organized Rajput resistance. The next question, which Maratha ruler adopted the title Chhatrapati? The correct answer is Shivaji. So Shivaji, the founder of Maratha Empire, was crowned in 1674 at Raigad Fort and assumed the title Chhatrapati, which means Lord of the Umbrella, a traditional symbol of the kingship. This event marked the formal establishment of Hindu sovereignty in Deccan after centuries of Islamic invasions. His coronation was a grand affair involving Vedic rituals affirming his legitimacy. Shivaji was known for his innovative military tactics, naval power, administrative reforms, and tolerance toward all religions. His title and reign laid the foundation for a Maratha expansion in the 18th century. The next question, the Treaty of Purandar 1665 was signed between? The correct answer is Shivaji and Jai Singh I. The Treaty of Purandar, signed in 1665, was a result of Mughal pressure on the Marathas led by Mughal General Jai Singh I, who besieged Purandar Fort. Under the treaty, Shivaji agreed to surrender 23 out of 35 forts, accept Mughal suzerainty, and send his son Shambhaji to the Mughal court. Though seen as a setback, it was a tactical retreat by Shivaji, who later escaped house arrest in Agra and reignited resistance. The treaty reflects the complex power negotiations between the rising Maratha power and the Mughal Empire. The next question, who built the famous Meenakshi temple at Madurai? The correct answer is Tirumalai Nayaka. So the Meenakshi temple dedicated to goddess Meenakshi, which is a form of Parvati, and Lord Sundareshwar Shiva, is a prominent temple in Madurai, Tamil Nadu. While the original temple has ancient roots, it was the Nayaka king Tirumalai Nayaka during 17th century who expanded and renovated this temple into a grand sculpture. The temple is known for its massive gopurams, intricate sculptures and religious importance in the Tamil culture. Tirumalai Nayaka also built the Tirumalai Nayaka Palace, showcasing the Dravidian architecture. The next question, which European power established the first trading factory in India? The correct answer is Portuguese. The Portuguese were the first Europeans to establish trading posts in India after Vasco da Gama reached the Calicut in 1498. They quickly set up a factory and later established permanent settlements. Francisco de Almeida and Afonso de Albuquerque consolidated the Portuguese power by capturing Goa, which became their capital in India. They built forts, churches, and established a maritime empire, controlling key trade routes. Their early presence marked the beginning of European colonization, which was later followed by the Dutch, British, and French. The next question, which Mughal emperor granted the English East India Company the right to establish a factory at Surat? The correct answer is Jahangir. In 1615, Mughal Emperor Jahangir granted the permission to the East India Company to establish a trading post at Surat. This followed the diplomatic mission of Sir Thomas Roe, who sought to secure commercial privileges for the English. The establishment of the Surat factory marked the beginning of British trade in India, laying the foundation for their eventual colonial presence. The next question, the Ashtapradhan was a council of ministers under which Maratha ruler? The correct answer is Shivaji. The Ashtapradhan was an administrative council comprising 8 ministers instituted by Chhatrapati Shivaji to streamline governance. Each minister had a specific portfolio, such as Peshwa means Prime Minister, Amatya means Finance, and Senapati for Military Commander. This system enhanced administrative efficiency and centralized authority, contributing significantly to the consolidation of the Maratha Empire. The next question, who was the founder of the Bahmani kingdom in Deccan? The correct answer is Alauddin Bahman Shah. So the Bahmani kingdom was established in 1347 by Alauddin Bahman Shah. He was originally known as Hasan Gangu, who is a former governor under Delhi Sultanate. He declared himself independence amidst the weakening of the Tughlaq authority, founding the first independent Muslim kingdom in the Deccan. The next question, the Battle of Talikota led to the downfall of which empire? It is Vijayanagara Empire. So the Battle of Talikota in 1565 was a decisive conflict where the combined forces of the Deccan Sultanates defeated the Vijayanagara Empire. So this led to the eventual downfall of the Vijayanagara Empire. The next question, the Ibadat Khana was established by which Mughal emperor? The correct answer is Akbar. The Ibadat Khana, meaning house of worship, was established by Emperor Akbar in 1575 at Fatehpur Sikri. It served as a venue for interfaith dialogues among scholars of various religions, reflecting Akbar's interest in religious tolerance and his policy of Sulh-e-Kul, means universal peace. These discussions influenced Akbar's development of the syncretic faith in Din-e-Ilahi. The next question, Who was the first woman ruler of the Delhi Sultanate? The correct answer is Razia Sultana. Razia Sultana reigned from 1236 to 1240 as the first and only female ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. Daughter of Iltutmish, she was appointed as his successor due to her competence. Razia broke gender norms by adopting male attire and leading armies. Her reign faced opposition from nobles resistant to female authority, leading to her eventual downfall. The next question, the Ain-e-Akbari was authored by? Answer is Abul Fazl. The Ain-e-Akbari, a part of the Akbarnama, was written by Abul Fazl, a court historian of Emperor Akbar. This comprehensive document details the administrative system, culture and society during Akbar's reign. It serves as a crucial source for understanding the Mughal empire's governance and Akbar's policies of religious tolerance and administrative reforms. The next question, the Buland Darwaza was built to commemorate which event? The correct answer is Akbar's conquest of Gujarat. The Buland Darwaza, meaning high gate, was constructed by Emperor Akbar in 1601 at Fatehpur Sikri to commemorate his victory over Gujarat. Standing at 54 meters, it exemplifies Mughal architecture's grandeur and serves as a main entrance to the Jama Masjid. The structure symbolizes Akbar's imperial ambitions and architectural patronage. Who was the founder of the Mughal Empire in India? The correct answer is Babur. So, Babur, the descendant of Taimur and Genghis Khan, founded the Mughal Empire in India after defeating Ibrahim Lodi at Battle of Panipat in 1526. His use of gunpowder and field artillery marked a new era in Indian warfare. Babur's memoirs, the Baburnama, provides the valuable insights into his life and early Mughal period. The next question, the Din-e-Ilahi was a religious doctrine propounded by? Answer is Akbar. So Emperor Akbar introduced the Din-e-Ilahi or religion of God in 1582, aiming to merge the best elements of various religions to promote unity. It combined aspects of Islam, Hinduism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism. Though it had a few adherents and did not survive Akbar, it reflected his commitment to religious tolerance and philosophical inquiry. The next question, the Chola king Rajendra I is best known for his which military achievement? The correct answer is naval expedition to Southeast Asia. Rajendra Chola I, son of Rajaraja Chola I, is celebrated for his naval expedition to Southeast Asia around 1025. He launched a successful maritime campaign against the Srivijaya Empire, covering regions like modern-day Indonesia and Malaysia. This demonstrated the Cholas' naval power and established Indian influence in Southeast Asian politics and trade, marking one of the few large-scale overseas expeditions by an Indian monarch. The next question, the famous Bhakti saint Ramananda is known for? Correct answer is popularizing devotion to Rama among all castes. Ramananda was a 14th century Bhakti saint and a poet who is credited with bringing the worship of Rama to the people, common people, regardless of their castes and gender. His inclusive approach laid the groundwork for later Bhakti saints like Kabir and Tulsidas. He accepted disciples from all backgrounds, then challenging the orthodox caste system and promoting spiritual equality through devotion. The next question, which dynasty constructed the Kailasa temple at Ellora? The correct answer is Rashtrakutas. So the Kailasa temple, cave number 16 at Ellora, was constructed by the Rashtrakuta dynasty's ruler Krishna I in the 8th century. It is a monolithic rock-cut temple dedicated to Lord Shiva and showcases the peak of Indian rock-cut architecture. Monolithic means a single stone. The temple is carved out of a single stone. The temple is remarkable for its scale, intricate carvings and engineering brilliance. The next question, who among the following rulers built the city of Fatehpur Sikri? Answer is Akbar. So Akbar founded Fatehpur Sikri near Agra in 1571 to honor Sufi saint Salim Chishti, who had predicted the birth of his son. So this city served as the Mughal capital for a brief period and is known for its Indo-Islamic architecture including Buland Darwaja, Panch Mahal and Jama Masjid. The next question, which Sultanate ruler introduced a token currency in India that failed miserably? The correct answer is Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced a token currency made up of brass and copper in place of silver coins during his reign in 14th century. However, the plan failed because of the ease with which the coins could be counterfeited. This led to economic chaos and loss of public confidence in the currency, making it one of the most infamous blunders in the Indian monetary history. The next question, who composed the historical text Raja Tarangini? The correct answer is Kalhana. So the Raja Tarangini, which is a Sanskrit historical chronicle that records the history of the kings of Kashmir. It was composed by Kalhana. It is regarded as one of the earliest historical works in Indian literature with a semi-systematic and a chronological approach, blending myth, legend and historical events. The Sufi concept of fana refers to. So the Sufi concept of fana refers to annihilation of the self in the God. In Sufism, fana refers to the complete annihilation of the ego or self in the divine presence of God. It symbolizes the ultimate stage in Sufi's spiritual journey, where one loses all worldly identity and becomes united with the divine. This mystical concept emphasizes intense devotion and spiritual surrender to the God. The Purandar Treaty was signed between Shivaji and Jai Singh I. The Treaty of Purandar in 1665 was signed between Shivaji and the Mughal general Raja Jai Singh I, acting on behalf of Emperor Aurangzeb. As per this treaty, Shivaji had to surrender 23 forts out of 33 and also agreed to serve the empire as a vassal. However, Shivaji later escaped from the Mughal control and resumed his independent rule. The next question, which kingdom was ruled by the Hoysalas? The correct answer is Karnataka. The Hoysala dynasty ruled parts of the modern day Karnataka between the 10th to 14th centuries. Their capital was initially at Belur and later at Halebeedu. They are renowned for their patronage of temple architecture, especially the intricate carved temples of Belur and Halebeedu. The Hoysala style represents a distinct phase of South Indian architecture. The last question for today, who was the Mughal emperor during Nadir Shah's invasion of India? So the correct answer is Muhammad Shah. Nadir Shah, the Persian ruler, invaded India in 1739 during the reign of Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah. He defeated the Mughal forces at the Battle of Karnal and sacked Delhi, looting immense wealth including the Peacock Throne and the Kohinoor Diamond. This invasion marked a severe blow to the prestige and power of the declining Mughal Empire. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next video with set of 50 to 60 questions. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.